Hi everyone, my name's Dylan. Today I'd like to show you the wide selection of festive season content that we have for you in GoDaddy Studio. Now, Christmas is just around the corner, and whether it's for business or personal, we have everything you need to create some beautiful festive designs. Now, a logical place to start looking would be in our template feed, and you'll notice that up at the top we do have a Christmas quick start button. Tapping on that will give you a sense of the full selection of festive season templates that we have. Now, these span a whole range of different design styles and formats and include everything from greeting cards, invitations, event posters, recipe sharing, Instagram stories, product features, and of course sales promotions. If selling is in fact your primary objective over the festive season, then I would suggest you think about a full campaign and head straight on over to our layout collections. Within our full collection view, you will notice that we do have a festive season layout collection. And this really makes life easy for you because it's been professionally designed already. You simply just add your images and text into these placeholders, and your multi-platform, very professionally designed and beautiful looking campaign is ready to go very quickly and easily. But if you'd like to have some fun creating your own unique design from scratch, then we have some really great graphics, fonts, and images to help you do just that. So let's start with a blank canvas and take a look at images. The best place to head would be the Unsplash library, and if you just search for something like Christmas, you'll find hundreds of really high quality royalty-free images that you can use, and you would simply just select one of these to use as the foundation of your design. Right, now we also have a wide selection of festive season fonts, so if you're going to add some text into your design, you can express that in any number of different Christmassy fonts. We have a specific collection dedicated to festive season fonts. You can find this at the far left hand side of your font tray. There's that upwards arrow, and you simply tap on that. It'll take you to our font library, and here you'll notice right at the top there is a Christmas collection. Tap on that and you can see some of the 30 or so different fonts that our design team has curated specifically for festive season designs. Right, now when it comes to graphics, this is where you are really spoiled for choice. Again, the search bar is your friend here, so I would suggest just typing Christmas or perhaps festive into the search bar, and you'll see we have a whole range of different types of graphics for you, ranging from patterns to serve as backgrounds to your design, to perhaps gold foil backgrounds for a slightly more elegant look and feel to your Christmas card this year. We also have some photorealistic elements if you're creating a scene, something like a photo studio type of feeling. You can very easily create these scenes without even stepping into a studio. And then we have some fun things, of course, too, like Christmas cats. Everybody loves a cat in a Santa hat. And we have things like nativity scenes for a slightly more religious angle to your festive greeting. And then also just some general scenes of people doing Christmassy things. One thing we've definitely noticed this year, there's been a big trend towards retro illustration and design styles. So that's why we've sought out these retro Christmas graphics. If you want to put a unique retro spin on your Christmas greetings this year, this will be a lot of fun. It draws on a very kind of 50s style, which can definitely add a lot of character and personality to your designs. In a similar vein, in the retro feeling, we also have this retro Christmas collection, and this one perhaps draws a little bit more from the 60s and 70s, if you'll notice by those distinct brown, orange, yellow color palettes. There are also some elements related perhaps more to the hippie culture of the late 60s. So this is again another really interesting and on-trend way to give your Christmas cards, your Christmas content, a very unique look and feel this year. So we have you well covered for all your traditional Christmas elements, the candy canes, the elves, the Christmas trees, the Santas, the reindeers. It's all here. But bear in mind that traditional doesn't only mean one thing. So Christmas is a truly global celebration, and that's why we invited a range of different artists from around the world to create graphics for GoDaddy Studio that draw from their experience of Christmas in their specific country or culture. For example, if we look at a German Christmas created by Alana Keenan, you'll see that she has focused quite heavily on the market culture, which is a very big part of Christmas in Germany, and she's illustrated some of the traditional food and drink that you might find at these Christmas markets, some of the traditional toys too, as well as some German greetings and expressions that you might use amongst friends at this time of year. In a similar vein, we also have this festive graphic pack from Russia, created by Anna Koroskova, and again, some traditional Russian festive greetings. What I really love about this pack are the really detailed illustrations she's created for these Christmas tree ornaments and these tree elements. Definitely has a very traditional Russian folksy feeling, but I think it would look really fantastic on any kind of Christmas content, just for a slightly unique twist on the festive season. I also particularly love the Russian version of Santa Claus, which looks similar but just a little bit different from the one that I'm used to anyway. Right, now England is very well known for its very traditional Western style of Christmas celebration, but the UK artist Matt Voice has breathed some humor and some pop energy into some of these old-fashioned elements like Christmas puddings and Christmas trees and ugly sweaters. And in his very unique illustration style, he's turned things like turkeys and snowmen and candles into really fun characters. Now, in the Southern Hemisphere, Christmas looks quite different to the way it does in the US and Europe. For example, in this pack called Boas Festas by Gleidson de Lima, he gives us a view of what a Brazilian Christmas is like. And it's a very hot, summery occasion where people like to go to the beach and eat things like delicious fresh fruit. And of course, being steeped in the Catholic tradition as Brazil is, he's also focused quite heavily on these nativity scenes, again rendered in these quintessentially Brazilian colors. There are also some elements you'll notice that are perhaps the same around the world, things like letters to Santa. I thought this one was really cute. And I really loved the vision of Santa Claus that Gleidson gave us. The Brazilian Santa Claus looks a little bit different to the one I'm used to seeing, and I really like that. This guy looks like a lot of fun. And speaking of non-Western, non-traditional Santa Claus, in this pack called Muy Feliz Fiestas by Luis Pinto, we have another version of a Mexican Santa Claus. Also looks like a really fun character, something of a hybrid between the traditional Western and the Mexican style. You'll also notice that elements like caroling, which is a big part of the culture in Mexico around Christmas time, is also chosen to feature elements like that. And then just wrapping up our tour of Southern Hemisphere Christmas, I would definitely suggest checking out An Aussie Crizzy by Glenn Thomas. And again, you'll see scenes of backyard barbecues, the beach, very much the spot that everyone goes to on Christmas, being summer in Australia. And I really love the Australian Santa Claus that he's created for us. This guy looks really laid back with his surfboard, his sunglasses, and I think they call that an esky in Australia, and that icebox full of beers. There's even, in fact, in this Australian Christmas pack, there's even a shrimp, which I presume gets thrown on the barbie around Christmas time in Australia. So these and some of the other festive graphics that we have from around the world are a great way to communicate more meaningfully and authentically with your global audience, but they're also just a fun way to try something unique, veering away from the expected imagery at this time of the year. Alright, just one more tip to leave you with before I go. If you are planning on printing out cards or perhaps gift tags, maybe even decorations and stickers during the festive season, you can of course do that with GoDaddy Studio. Just remember to always save your designs as a PDF if you're going to print. And the way you'll do that when it comes to your export dialog, just tap on Export Settings at the very bottom of the screen, select PDF before you export, and you can save it as per normal. You can explore all of this fantastic festive content and much, much more by downloading the free app right now. All the links you need are in the description below. Wherever you are in the world, here's wishing you a beautiful and peaceful festive season.